buffered multiple next to that. Voltage goes in here, exact same voltage comes out there. Don't have to worry about sag. Braids, oscillator next to that. Probably one of the most well-known oscillators on the planet by now. So several settings on it. ARP 4072 VCF. It sounds rather bubbly, this one. Silly description, but this is the best I have. Synth clock divider. It'll divide the clock that goes in by divide by 1, divide by 2, divide by 3, all the way through to divide by 8. On that one, for every 8 clock beats going into it, it'll have 1 clock beat coming out. On 3 or 4, say 4 because that's what that's set to, for every 4 clock beats going in, it'll have 1 come out. That kind of carry on. Next to that, the frequency central electrocardiogram, which is a diode ladder filter with a cutting part being, I don't know if you can see that very well, but the diodes are actually LEDs. So you can see your signal going through. It's an oscillation at the moment, so you can see it without plugging things in. It's also got a built-in VCA as well. Next to that is the mini Mo filter, again from Synth. This sounds good. 2 audio inputs, 3 CV ins and an output. And that sounds good. Next to that is the Music Thing modular reverb. It says spring, but it's got a digital brick in it. 1, I'm not paying for a spring tank, and 2, I couldn't be bothered working out the details. Next to that is the microphony. Tap on that, or even, and it'll come out the output there from the little piezo mic mounted just behind there. Little gain knob to adjust that, and off you go. Synth voltage controlled panning mixer and output module. I use this all the time. These 2 cables here go to my Focusrite Scarlett audio interface, just to let you get an idea of how often I use this. Volume is the main out, treble and bass for the final mix, along with the headphone jack here, for when you don't want to wake people up at night. Audio in, CV control in for the panning, pan CV attenuators, and these are all in the middle because they're panning. Turn this to the left, everything's on your left channel. Turn it to the right, everything's on your right channel. Turn it to the middle, you get both. Audio, simple volume knobs, Bob's your uncle. Bloody useful module. Roll your own triple VCA, again a really useful module. Not much more to say than that really. There's 3 standard voltage controlled amplifiers. Surge Resonant Equalizer Mark II. This is the one with sliders. Really good for getting a good picture of what's going on. And 2 inputs and 2 outputs. The neat part being you can run the output of that back into itself, jack the input attenuator up, and send it into oscillation. Real speaker ripper. This is the Buchla 266 Source of Uncertainty clone. Simple noise out, normal noise minus 3 dB, which I think is blue noise, and pink noise on the other end. fluctuating random voltages which randomly fluctuate in a very smooth fashion. Probable rate of change controls with two separate ones here. Voltage controlled, you can either voltage control the rate or move the knob, do it manually. Quantized random voltages, don't have a clock running in so you can't see it change at the moment, but you can control the number of steps or it'll go through. At the moment it's only in 2 steps. Turn that up, it'll go through a lot more steps, up to 64 or so I believe. Stored random voltages, you can control the probability of whether your output voltage is going to be low, like here, or whether it's probably going to be high, like here. Of course, even if it's high, you'll get the odd outlier going low, but as a rule, most of them will be high there. It's random. Integrator, which is Buchla for slew. So rather than jaggy doot doot, you can get a more smoother output. And sample and hold, which is beyond the scope of this video, can't be bothered. Non-linear circuits, 329 phase flange here. It uses the same module that the towel pipe phaser used, but where the towel used 2 of them for about 22 steps, or stages I believe, this used 1 for 11. Doesn't do so well all on its own, you really need to hook it up to other modules to get the most out of it. Next to that is a delay based on the Pt2 mostly based off the Ryan Williams schematic I believe, along with that based VCA in the feedback path, hence the feedback CV. Les Hall Carplus Strong, which is basically a MN3207 delay chip, which is very short, along with useful controls like a filter on the output, frequency and feedback. The idea being you jack the feedback up, it'll oscillate, and then you can control the delay time to control the frequency of your oscillations. Use Synth ADSR next to that. Does what an ADSR does. Another 960. The Phonic triple Vactrol resonator. It's taken me a long time to wrap my head around this one, and I'm still trying to work it out, to be honest. Synth Tour Pt2 Pt2399 delay. Where the other one uses a 2395, this uses a bog standard guitar pedal 2399. Doesn't sound as good, and it sounds rather metallic. But, you know, when you want that sound, that's what you use. Music Thing modular chord organ. Plays chords. You can play different root notes of chords in different types, like sevenths and majors and chordy things. Renee Schmidt's version of the MS-20 filter. Sounds quite neat. Use Synth Comparator. Compares 2 voltages. On the right channel you can use this, you can CV one of the voltages. Another Use Synth ADSR and Music from Outer Space sequencer. I'm still not entirely happy with this one. Mechanically it's a bit of a pig and they need to redesign it. But there it is in roughly total. Hope you enjoyed. Forgive the mess.